I'm telling you, it's right. Mike Baldwin and Deirdre thingy. 15 years ago. It were all round factory last week. Did my mum not tell you?
No, she flaming well did not. Like she's not telling me when she's coming home either. Your gran's making a right meal of this. How long does it take to get over appendicitis anyway?
10 days at least.
Oh, Struth.
Wonder what she saw in him. Wonder what he saw in her.
Would you mind telling me what you're banging on about?
Mike Baldwin and Deirdre thingy. He must have had the hots for ever since. 15 years of lust.
Do you mind? I'm having me breakfast here.
Are you still gawping at that photo?
Yeah, it's bringing back memories.
I still don't think she's pretty. Well, she's got a face like a bush shoe, hasn't she?
Should have made an honest woman of her.
Oh, yeah. Well, why didn't you, eh? We'd all have been saved from a fate worse than death then, wouldn't we?
I was only saying...
Oh, yeah. Don't mind me mum, will you? How do you think she's going to feel when she gets back and finds out about your fancy woman and your precious son?
What's got into you?
Oh, pig.
Ah, women.
Yeah, well, I don't know what else we can do other than keep on writing letters to anyone and everyone. I mean, press have obviously lost interest.
You've got to keep them interested, haven't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, but how?
Oh, demo, outside the law courts. You know, banners, handouts, Deirdre Rashid is innocent, all that stuff.
Yeah, but that's not going to make them overturn the verdict, is it?
You'd be surprised. Anyway, I thought you were all about maintaining press interest, keeping public awareness up.
Well, it certainly wouldn't do any harm, would it? And I could collect more signatures for the petition at the same time.
Yeah, well, I think my energies are best used in other ways just at the minute.
All right, then. I'll organise something.
You?
I'll get a few of me mates on the job.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm just a little bit concerned that these things sometimes do more harm than good.
What do you mean?
Well, I think a well-organised letter-writing campaign would be far more effective in the right quarters than a group of people shouting slogans outside the law courts.
They put letters in drawers and ignore them. They can't put us in drawers and ignore us.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your interest. I'll see you later, Emily.
Bye. I think he's wrong.
I know he's wrong.
Not stopping.
I was just opening up. I've got things to do.
That's right. And the first thing you've got to do is tell me why you rang Jason Griffin up yesterday and tried to get 10 grand out of him. And don't try and deny it.
I don't want to talk about that now.
Do you understand? Do you have any idea how hacked off I am?
I'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it now. This is one you're not going to get away with, Mike, because this time you've gone too flaming far.
Alma's left me.
You what?
Toya,
Why, Spider?
hey, I'm organising a demonstration for Deirdre. Outside the law courts, well, probably this afternoon. I suppose you're in school all day, aren't you?
I'd have to be.
Great. Bring some mates with you.
All right.
Good stuff. Toya's joining us outside the law courts.
Did you know she had an affair with Mike Baldwin? Deirdre thingy. About 15 years ago. She did. It's true. Everyone knows about it.
You don't have to get up and leave just because I walk in.
We're not. We were just ready for her.
Did you see that? Not even allowed to clap eyes on the little thing. No prizes for guessing why, either. Does she look underweight to you?
Well, I wouldn't say underweight.
I'm going to have to stop thinking like this. It's doing me head in. I'll have a cup of tea and a bacon butty, please, Gail.
Gail, excuse me. Have you seen Alma?
Not recently.
What's that supposed to mean?
Not since I left her at our house at 7:30 this morning.
Was she with you?
Yeah.
All night?
Yes. Didn't you think of ringing?
Is she there now?
She thinks she's at Furman's by now.
No, she's not. I've been there. It's a day off.
Then your guess is as good as mine.
What sort of a mood was she in?
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, all right. Well, yeah, thanks a lot. See you later.
What's happened?
He deserves everything he gets, that one.
He's probably not the only one.
Greg.
You rang?
I did. Come in.
You said it was urgent.
It is. I found some old pictures of me and your mum when we were together.
Why?
Come here. can fair well see her in you, you know. I can see myself as well. You're a smart young fella.
I ought to be making tracks.
Let's have another one before you go, eh?
Well...
No. This one's on me. My shout. You keep your hands in your pockets. 2 more pints, please, Vera.
Right, love.
There you go. What do you make of that?
Ah, so you're being busy.
If anyone would like to join us, we're demonstrating on behalf of Deirdre Rashid outside the law courts.
Yeah, well, you want to take your brollies with you because there's rain forecast.
Who paid for all this photocopy?
Oh, Auntie Emily did. Oh, but really, it should come out of campaign funds.
Oh, I'm not bothered.
Are there any? Because there should be. Oh, if you're serious about all this.
If I'm serious.
If anybody hasn't yet signed this petition, if they'd like to do so now...
Ask our Greg. He'll sign it.
Oh, would you mind?
Hey, I'll come with you. I've got a big mouth and I could do it fresh air.
You can't do this.
Can't what?
Well, see the things it's saying on this leaflet to begin with.
Ah, the facts are all correct. I'll check with Auntie Em.
What's the matter?
Look, Emily, you're going to be in a lot of trouble if you do this.
Why?
Well, the things you're saying about John Lindsay.
It's all true.
It's slander.
No, it isn't.
It's a very thin line and you've got to be very, very careful.
The voice of cowardice.
Reason.
He's guilty. We know he's guilty. He admitted himself he's guilty.
Only confessed to one thing, not all the things you've got written down here.
Well, we all know he should have been.
Whose side is he on anyway?
We know the truth. We're speaking the truth. You know that. Where's the slander in that?
I think you're being very lily-livered.
Well, I just don't see how these tactics are going to help anyone at all.
You're welcome to come with us if you think we need a calming influence.
Here, wait for me.
Look, I'm not frightened of standing out in the rain. That's not the point.
Oh, Mr. Baldwin, we're going to demonstrate outside the law courts. You'll come, won't you?
No, I can't. Have you seen Elmer?
No, love, not since last night.
I don't know why you have to hold water on other people's efforts when you've admitted yourself only this morning that you don't know what else you can do.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, if all else fails, we've got to kick up a stink. And it works, you know, because they say them that shout loudest laugh longest. It's true, is that?
Right. I hope we have a bit of dignity about it.
Oh, never mind the dignity. You've got to get stuck in and get the signatures.
Did you find her?
Nope.
Well, bad luck. On the other hand, there are those of us who might be tempted to suggest that you asked for it.
I couldn't care less what you think.
Oh, good. Well, in that case, I couldn't give a stuff about you either, so come on, tell me. Why did you phone Jason Griffin yesterday?
I can't talk about that now.
Yes, you can. You could have ruined my career.
Don't exaggerate.
You could have lost me that job.
It's a legitimate business practice.
Oh, is it hell?
It is.
I wasn't born yesterday. You don't own me. You're not releasing me from a contract. You and I both know you had no right to phone him asking for compensation. I mean, I always knew you were a cheeky swine, but...
All right, OK, I'm sorry. You wanted to hear me say it, I've said it. I'm sorry.
First you defraud the company, and then you try and pull a stunt like this?
Look, will you calm down?
All to pay Deirdre's barrister.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're mad. Never mind about the job. Never mind that you might have blown it for me, as long as you can keep financing your ex-bit on the side's flipping court case. No wonder Alma left you.
Do you mind?
You're obsessed.
Look, shut up, sit down. I'm sorry. I am sorry. You're right. I've been stupid.
I'm sick to back teeth. My life's not my own anymore. Everywhere I go, she's there all the time, hanging round my neck, wanting.
It's what it's like when you've got a little baby. It won't be like this forever.
Oh, great, so I'll get a break when I'm middle-aged, do I?
You do get breaks, we're always helping you.
Yeah, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. You don't know what it's like. I'm just a slave, that's all I am, 24 hours a day, and she ain't even grateful.
So where?
I'm bored out my brains, I want my life back.
Look, I know it must be hard, but you wouldn't want to be without her, would you?
Wouldn't I?
Zoe! Zoe!
I've always wanted a son. And what do I end up with? 2 girls. And just when I'm thinking it's too late, you've given me a new lease of life, you have.
I'm pleased.
Because, you know me, I've done nothing with my life, me. But you.
I really do have to go now, Liz.
Oh, dear heck.
Look, thanks for showing me the photos. I've got people waiting to see me.
Well, you let them wait, lad. Finish your pints.
You drink them for me, eh?
Oh, you're that generous. You know, I want you to come to tea. Tomorrow, tea time.
Well,
Because my two girls think you're the bees whatsits. And they need to get to know you.
OK, yeah. Great. Thanks, Les.
I can't wait to see their faces when I tell them. They'll be thrilled to bits.
Till tomorrow, then.
One other thing, son. Could you give us a sub?
A sub?
I mean, I've spent all the housekeeping, like... hey, it was worth it, hey? Say 50.
It's 30.
Oh, you're a gentleman. My son, a gentleman. It brings a tear to me eye.
Don't worry about paying me back, eh?
Oh, I'll pay you back. I insist. I do, I insist. One more thing, son.
What's that, Les?
Why don't you start calling me Dad from now on, eh?
Maybe. In time, eh? I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
I understand, son. See ya.
I'll be seeing you.
Cheers. Sit down now.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you.
I was just on my way out.
Look, Zoe, stop running away from me.
I'm not.
I know things are hard for you.
What?
I want to help.
Yeah, but we're all right for you. You had Gary to help you. I'm on my own.
Ashley helped you, didn't he?
Yeah, when he's here, but it's still me that has to do all slave labour. He just diddles her on his knee once the flood. I don't know why I'm telling you this.
You're exhausted, aren't you?
No, I'm bored. Actually, Ashley's really good with her. It's me, I'm rubbish.
You're young. You want to be out doing what your mates are doing.
I love her to bits, but she's killing me. My life's just nothing. Less than nothing.
Why don't you let me suggest something?
What?
Don't explode. Just listen and then think about it.
What?
Well, if you really feel like that, why don't you let me and Gary look after her? Not like before. We're not going to pretend that we're a mum and dad. We just want to help you to look after her.
In your house, you mean?
Yeah. And you can spend as much or as little time as you want with her.
Yeah, you're saying that now.
Just think about it.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to pull a fast one, Zoe. I just want to look after you and Katie. Shannon. I promise. I swear I won't push you out. It's not going to be like that.
I'll think about it.
You can spend time on your own and still be a mum. You can have the best of both worlds.
I'll think about it.
You know where to find me.
Well, just keep handing out the leaflets. Free Deirdre Rashid.
I thought there'd be more people about.
Well, you shouldn't even be here. You should be in school.
I keep telling you, I've got a free period.
No such thing as a free period.
And teachers always say that, except when they've got one themselves. And then all they do is sit in the staff room drinking coffee and having sex.
Deirdre Rashid. Oh, that's no good. Give us a tea. Hey, love, here. Sign this petition, will you?
Deirdre Rashid is innocent.
Oh, thanks, love. Yes, I think on. Come on.
Free Deirdre Rashid. Do you think she's innocent?
Well, if you don't, what are you doing here?
Is it true she had a fling with Mike Baldwin when she was married to you? Just asking. Free Deirdre Rashid.
What do you think?
I think you're silly for even thinking about it.
She said I could see her as often as I like. She meant it, I could tell.
After everything you've been through with him. I can't believe she's even suggested it to you.
She loves Shannon.
Well, that's her bad luck. She's no right to. She's yours.
Yeah, but it'd make life easier for all of us, wouldn't it?
Zoe, she's your baby. She's not some toy you can just pass around once you get bored with her.
I know that.
You know what'll happen? In a couple of weeks, a couple of days, you'll want her back, won't you? And then what? Judy won't want to give her back.
No, she said it wouldn't be like last time.
Think about her. She's old enough now to know a bit about what's going on. She won't have a clue who the mother is if you do this to her.
I don't know why you're so flaming interested anyway. She's my baby.
Then don't come asking for my opinion then.
I'd still be a mum.
And I am interested because I care about you. And I know that sooner or later you're going to regret all this. She'll start thinking more about them than what she does about you.
Look, I need a break. I wasn't ready to have a baby. I only had her because they wanted her.
OK. Well, you do it then. If you think so little about her, then you give her back to the Mallets.
What do you mean?
But like you say, she's your baby.
I do love her.
It sounds like it.
You're blackmailing me. You're making me feel like rubbish.
You do what you think's fit, right?
Well, I don't think that was an entirely wasted effort.
No true effort is ever wasted.
Eh?
Marcus Aurelius.
Oh, I bet he wouldn't have said that if you lived here. Frozen.
Well, I've collected at least 70 more signatures.
70 signatures won't make any difference. Everybody thinks we're nutters. Nobody cares.
I don't think that's true.
No, she might have a point.
For all we know, she's guilty. I mean, that's what the jury thought, and they should know. Well, I wish I'd have come home earlier with Vera.
Oh, well, I'll put the kettle on, Auntie Em.
Oh, thank you. Well, I intend to go back tomorrow.
On your own?
If necessary.
We're off into town tonight. Do you and Ash want to come?
Can't, can I?
Oh, get a babysitter.
Where are you going?
Going clubbing, have a drink, have a laugh. Go on, get a babysitter.
What do you want?
Hi, Gary. Who is it?
Zoe.
Can I come in?
Of course.
What for?
I want to talk about your idea.
What ID?
Come in. I'll tell you in a minute. Come on.
Yeah, give us... What idea?
Did you not tell him?
I made a suggestion to Zoe earlier.
Thing is that...
What suggestion?
That we should help her to help Katie.
Thing is, I don't think
What for?
Because Zoe's finding it hard work at the minute and we can help her out.
So what if she's finding it hard work? It was her decision. She took Katie.
Shannon.
And the money as well. She can't come crawling back to us as well.
Will you calm down? This was my idea. Nobody did any crawling.
Look, I'll go away again if it's...
No. Look, Garrett, it makes sense. We get to keep Kate... Shannon here with us, and Zoe can come round and see her whenever she likes.
Thing is, I don't want it to...
I'm not going through all that again.
I just wondered if you'd just babysit tonight.
Babysit?
Yeah, you can keep her here, but just to see how it goes.
Babysit?
That's fine.
Then I'll collect her in the morning, then maybe we'll see.
You've got some nerve, you.
It was my idea.
It's up to you.
Oh, I'm after Rovers. This'll end in tears. And they'll be yours, not hers.
I've been looking all over the place for you.
Well, it took you long enough to find me.
Well, where have you been?
Oh, here and there. Went into town with Audrey to help us spend a bit of Alf's money. I'd have spent some of ours, but we're short, aren't we?
Well, I've been worried sick.
Oh, I doubt that somehow.
I want you to come home.
Well, you'll have to want.
No, listen. I really am sorry. I don't know how I let myself get so involved, but they'll have to carry on without me. No more visits, I promise. I've done what I can.
Do you know what struck me last night when I finished writing that note?
What?
I suddenly realised something.
Oh, what?
Well, it never occurred to you that they might find Deirdre guilty, did it?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you assumed she'd be found not guilty. I mean, you never stopped to imagine that they might keep her in.
But she isn't guilty. I mean, I never imagined that... I don't quite understand what you're saying.
Well, you had scenes in your head, didn't you? Folk in here all drinking champagne.
Well...
And everybody going home happy.
I suppose...
And Deirdre being ever so grateful, eh? To the fella who'd forked out thousands and thousands for a top-notch barrister. To a fella who'd put everything on the line for her.
No.
I don't believe you. Oh, I'm not saying you did it consciously. I mean, if you've been aware of it, you've probably been a bit more bloody devious, I know you. But that's no consolation. Well, not to me it isn't. You were helping Deirdre because somewhere, right at the back of your mind, you thought you might get something back, didn't you?
No.
Go on, admit it.
No, you're wrong.
Well, I've finished with you. You understand that, don't you?